Get out of here.
Oh, hey, we got away.
I'm gonna go home. Ow, you hit me in the head.
Yo!
I'm trying to talk to you.
The torturer. Sunday evening, our beautiful Dallas studios. You know what that means. The Corpsepaint Show. Every week we are live here, and we archive all of our shows on Facebook. On YouTube. In case you missed them, they're all there on our YouTube
They're
channel.
on Facebook too, but we prefer you check them out on YouTube as well and give us a like.
This is the Corpsepaint Show. We've been encouraging people to think for themselves since 2016. I'm proud of that. And today we celebrate something big, the torturer. The torturer, and we're going to learn all about this hot box film that is coming out soon or in production right now from the director, Mr. Joe Manco. Yo. On our far right, and the torturer himself, actor and star, Laurence Varnado. Now, you were in Sin City?
I was.
I like seeing that, man. That's badass. I mean, how fun was that?
Oh, I had a ball. My character, it was a lot of fun.
Good. A lot of action in that film.
A lot of action, and I even got to have some, so it was...
Like girl action?
No, it was a little bit of stunt action. But,
okay. Are you stuntman?
Not anymore. Used to a little bit, but not much anymore.
What was your favorite stunt to perform back in the days before you weren't a stuntman anymore?
He brought up Sin City, so that was a good one.
But what did you...
That was a good one.
What kind of stunt, though?
Just the fact that they cut my head off.
Oh, I like that. Was it like, what kind of decapitation are we talking here? There's many ways to decapitate a body.
I know.
As you should know, because you're the torturer.
Yes, and I'm going to use a lot of them if I can.
Do you prefer slow and painful, or are you more of like a quick... I mean, torture, I feel, would be slow and painful.
The torturer, that will be slow and painful. And Sin City was pretty quick, though.
Are you like a pull the fingernails type of guy, or like a... slap them around type of person?
Probably nails and screws under fingernails.
Good. I don't know if I can take that. That's right. And pulling teeth.
Yes.
That's where I kind of draw my line.
Yes.
Makes me nauseous.
What about filing teeth down a little bit?
Oh, no. In the words of my fellow ghost babe, Matilda Kraut. Yeah.
Black. More on Ghost Babes coming up.
Later. Not right now, though.
Okay, so look, Laurence. When you read this, this is a Paul Kane script.
Correct.
And, were you blown out? I mean, what did you think, man, when you saw this?
For me as an actor, I looked at it and thought, I've got to do this.
Yeah.
I have got to do this. I've got to find a way to meet the director. Yeah. I've got to be a part of this.
When they announced you, there was a lot of excitement. I remember that day.
Great.
And leading up to it, Joe over there was teasing us, saying, we got a big announcement
He
coming.
wouldn't even tell me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, we announced it on a
secret
show. We were on a Mark Jokel's Biz Talk radio show when we announced it. We announced you. We announced Paul and you, I think. And it was really offbeat, the audience that was watching us. But it was, we kept it. We tried to keep it under wraps as much as possible.
That's cool.
Because it was like title character, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, they did a good job. They didn't even tell me.
And she's like our best friend.
I know everything.
Yeah.
Except that.
So, Joe, educate people about Paul Kane. I keep throwing around the name, but tell us the significance.
Paul Kane is the foremost Hellraiser expert, dubbed by Clive Barker himself, and he has he writes a lot of fantasy. He writes Sherlock Holmes novels, Robin Hood, and he did Hellraiser and Their Legacy, which is a coffee table book. And the fiction that he did write that is strict Hellraiser is Sherlock Holmes and the Servants of Hell, which is if Sherlock Holmes got his hands on a configuration box from Hellraiser. Then Pinhead's not in it. This takes place before you know, the character became Pinhead. And it's an amazing book. And we made a video for configurationboxes.com, which is a box emulated from the book. We made a promotional video to sell the book or the box, and it ended up being a book trailer. And then next thing I know, we're optioning the rights for The Torturer, which is based off, it's a script that he wrote based off his own story, from short story from the book Nailbiters. So yeah,
All right.
it's been published and everything. So if you don't want to wait for the movie, you can go read the book.
Now, and it's Paul Kane spelled with a K?
Yes.
Yeah. Does he go to conventions like Frightmare? Or?
He goes to conventions a lot in England. I think he's been to New York. I don't think he's ever been to Frightmare.
All right.
Yeah. So.
I'm losing my headset. I think it's just right there.
You're
Sorry.
okay. You can hear.
Just a reminder, talk real close. Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
I am sorry.
All right. So you did.
He's like the voice police. He's like, talk louder.
They did a read through today.
Awesome. I want to hear about that.
Did anyone die?
We don't talk about that.
All right.
Did you practice torturing during the read-through?
Oh, we can't say that either.
I won't say it.
There's
Do
a
you
paperwork
still have
sign.
someone tied up at your read-through place?
We will not confirm nor
Wasn't
deny
there
that.
supposed to be someone else here who is not here?
Is that for the after credits? Is that like, the sneak peek? Is Paul still tied up at
Bonus,
the
bonus.
place?
No,
where
he's
we
still
left
tied up
him
at pro
for the
rehearsal.
I would say PR1. He's still there?
He's still at pro rehearsal
still
tied
I,
up.
that's last time I saw Paul, he was tied up at PR1, so I assumed he may still be there because I haven't seen him since. So,
Lawrence, do you torture Paul? Is that what goes on here? Or no,
As
can't
Joe
say.
just said,
All right.
we can't talk about that.
All right. So
It was a great read through, though. We did. We went through it twice, and it was pretty awesome.
was Paul there?
Paul was there?
Of
Yeah.
course. All right.
Paul was there. The cast was there. We went through the script a few times. They gave it the inflection, and we recorded it. We did audio and video, just for production and preparation purposes. But it was an awesome read through. I enjoyed it.
You're excited about this?
Yeah,
Man.
I'm really stoked.
It was fun working with Paul again. Paul and I, we go back a little ways.
No kidding.
And so it was really fun to get a chance to sit across the table and play.
But educate us. He was in Hellraiser Judgment.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Paul is the new Pinhead. If you're familiar with Hellraiser and all 10 of their movies, he is the latest Pinhead. Great Value Pinhead is in Revelations. That poor guy didn't want any part of it, but he's there forever. It's not going anywhere. And of course, Doug Bradley was Pinhead from the first to Part 8. And so yeah, Paul's a new one. He lives. He's a Texas-based actor, and I think he just got off a shoot in Oklahoma.
He's doing a lot.
Yeah, he's jumping around.
Well, are you Texas-based, Lawrence?
I'm Texas-based.
You
as
are?
well.
All right,
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
Well, that's handy.
I'm a Texas actor.
Look, this is a film in Texas and of Texas and made in Texas. We're proud of our third coast here, if I can call it that.
Yeah, well,
There's art, there's music, there's movies right here in North Texas.
Yes.
That so many people, I don't know, we don't get credit for, but that's all right. We're making good product.
yeah.
Oh, man. Oh. Now, a few things we want to cover. But what stands out in terms of the pivotal scene in the movie? I know you can't reveal too much, but maybe talk vaguely to me. Is there a turning point where we know, as the audience, that now is the moment the blood will flow?
Well, I like to think that the blood starts flowing immediately.
Well, there we go. That's a good answer.
I was thinking the same.
So it starts to get brutal pretty fast.
Yeah.
And then there's, as far as, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. That's just what I've been saying for the
well,
you
I would
mentioned
say,
Grindhouse.
isn't that the tagline? It's going to be brutal.
It's going to be brutal.
Right.
Yes.
And you mentioned Grindhouse earlier, so this is kind of
No, this is not Grindhouse.
No, that's
This-
something different.
This is going to be this is it's a short film. Right now, I think I clocked it at about 20-25 minutes just for the read through.
All right.
But that's the read through. I mean, when we
No,
shoot
that's-
it, it's going to be different than that. It
Sure.
might be a hair shorter. It might be a little longer.
Might be, yeah.
But this is not going to be grindhouse at all. It's not going to have that effect. This is a psychological thriller. We're taking it very seriously, and it's going to have a different look than what we mostly do. Like, you know, we did movies like Burnouts or Anti-Christmas Carol. You know, Burnouts is a comedy, and it has a very raw look to it. Where Anti-Christmas Carol is, you know, it's very clean. It flows well. The camera movements are very stabilized. Burnouts was just, you know, it's supposed to look like Burnouts making a Burnouts movie.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You know, the torture is going to be very clean. It's going to, like I said, we're taking it seriously. It's going to be
production side. It's.
I mean, the production side's gonna be clean. The movie's not gonna be clean.
No, it's all going to be beautiful.
I mean,
torture porn can be clean. Just it's a perspective.
Squirmy perspective, not a bleh perspective.
Exactly.
Okay. Whereas Anti-Christmas Carol was very. Bleh.
Yes.
I'm losing my headphone down. I'm sorry about that. I've just got to hold it there or something. So
I think your headphone's on your head.
It is. Yeah, there it is. It was buzzing in my ear, but let's go to some of the resources that we brought to talk about. Number one, your fundraiser appeal, the brief video, and tell us where you are with that, and kind of what you see in terms of schedule. But also, we have the Clive Barker cast where they did a great article on the torturer as well. Yeah.
I must have missed that.
Well, at least some links. Take a look. All right, so just that one right there.
Oh, yeah. I love those guys.
So the Clive Barker podcast is all about things related to Clive Barker and all of his stories and all of his films, right? Mm-hmm. The Torturer, coming soon from Little Spark Films. And it bears pointing out that Joe Manco is Little Spark Films, along with your lovely wife. And you guys do all of our art production and graphics for our film. Our show. So I appreciate that.
Well, Little Spark Films just isn't me and Catalina and myself. I mean, Miglio is the crucial part. Bart DuBois Blanc, you know, Jason Otts. I mean, Janie.
Okay.
I mean, without the crew, I mean, Little Spark doesn't really exist. I mean, I can go forward with a name if all you guys decide to just up and leave my side. Well, but I mean, it just won't be the same. And we've built something that is very unique that no other team in the scene has. Mm-hmm. You know, from Austin to Dallas, in Oklahoma, all the way to LA or Florida. You know, just. And I've searched, I've hunted, and we got something that we got a bizarre look that others don't emulate. And I always see emulation. They try to emulate other pop culture around. You know, I love Ninja Sex Party, and they make amazing videos, but I'm not going to go make a Ninja Sex Party video. You know,
sure. So. Very good, very good. And do you want to talk about what you're presenting to Texas Frightmare Weekend soon?
Or Murder Balls.
Can we talk about it?
Murder Balls.
All right. But people don't know. What is it that you're making? And is it a film? Is it a short? What is it? What is it?
Murder Balls is murder balls.
All right.
And balls get murdered. Lloyd Kaufman likes to call it murder blue balls.
Ooh.
Lloyd Kaufman of Troma Entertainment is in this film. Right now it's a trailer.
So Lloyd's in it. Lloyd's in your trailer.
Yeah.
But tell us what you're doing with this trailer, though.
Well, we made a trailer for the Texas Frightmare Weekend fake trailer showcase, and this is, I want to say, the third year they're doing it, and we've done it every year. We've always shown 2 trailers. This year will be the first time we show just the one.
But it's a really good one.
It's the most wackiest, I think, that we've made. It's cornball and it's fun, and it's going to be Grindhouse. All these trailers have to be Grindhouse themed, and it's an exploitation, and it's got a funky story. It took a while to come up with the story for it.
But the point is, I want to make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me, Ryler? All right, good. The Texas Frightmare Weekend has a lot of fun events going on.
Oh, yeah.
And including, there's the website. Including any filmmaker can submit a fake trailer.
Well, they're only taking 25.
Oh, okay.
They only take 25 fake trailers.
2 minutes long, or
the max is 2.5 minutes. The minimum, I think, is minute 30.
And they show them all at
Who
the
gets
festival.
10? There's 25.
Yeah, they show them on the Sunday.
That's it right there. The
Yeah.
Texas Frightmare Weekend.
Yeah.
Fake trailer. Yeah.
Fake trailer showcase.
Now, are you hoping that Sam Raimi or someone is going to be sitting in there watching your work?
That would be so cool.
Wouldn't it?
Why would you put that in my head?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get away from his table, guys.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna.
Hey,
get
Sam,
away
this
from
is
the
an
table.
appeal right now to please
And so,
mark some time on Sunday.
You should cast that girl that.
Frankly, you only need
murder
2.5
balls
minutes to
in
see.
your next movie.
Yeah, right.
The one with the pink hair. You should totally cast her, Sam. If you're watching.
Oh man, yeah, Lloyd loved you.
There you go.
See,
There you go.
Lloyd Kaufman. You should cast me too. I'm just saying. How fun
I think a fun scene would be you torturing Laurence.
That would be interesting.
behind the
Do we-
scenes. I have a whip. I bought it. And
Torture the torturer.
You could
Torture
have.
the
it's
torture.
a very nice whip.
Now remember what she learned today.
She could whip you while you work out.
I,
all these physical training torture moves.
yes.
That's good for the
Personal
release. Wow, that
training.
is a special feature. We're shooting it now. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it like in a Dom outfit too with my whip. Give me a plank.
Do you like your arm behind your back, Laurence? Because for me,
Torture the torturer.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That would be a good one.
It brings up too many arrest memories. No, I'm kidding.
It would just be the torturer going through personal training.
Oh god. That would be
All right.
torture.
How did you prepare to be the torturer while I was tortured by Janie?
Yes.
See?
I learned all my torturing.
And really, it's a revenge
I have
story.
no credit for that. I have nothing to do with it.
It's all about revenge because you're angry now.
Now I'm really.
You're really
And I'm
pissed.
sore.
You're
And
pissed.
he's sore.
And I'm sore.
And sore.
You know what's pissed are his glutes. His glutes are pissed.
And what we do, Joe will do a close up of your muscles and be like just vibrate, rumbling.
Yes.
You know, like
Yes.
rumble.
Their
I'm just saying,
shoulders
somebody up there
backing
needs to
down and
copyright,
engaged.
like BDSM gym. You guys need to go ahead and copyright that. That would bring so many people in.
That would be interesting.
BDSM.
Welcome to our BDSM families who are watching.
You know,
And but speaking of that, hi to Chop Block TV. You see there bugged down in the lower left. We say salute to Chop Block TV. This is a cool network.
you guys should check out the torturer.
That yeah, check out the Torturer. It is forthcoming. Our director is right here.
Yes. That's the old promo. That's
Okay.
That's the one I made on. I made that on the fly. Like I think I was in Houston. Frightmare was the next weekend, and like I do my design work on a PC, and all I had on me was a MacBook, and yeah, that was crazy. That actually looks all right.
It does.
It does. It looks good. It kind of grosses me out, honestly.
Yeah.
Now, all right.
I
So
don't
Joe,
like
you'll
this
be at
one,
Texas
no.
Frightmare Weekend.
Yes.
Janie Slash will be at Texas Frightmare Weekend.
I thought we were all going together. I'm so confused.
We are.
Okay, good.
Laurence, I hope to see you there. I hope you're there, man.
Hopefully I can make it as well.
Okay. Now, there's some other cool things that they're doing.
Yeah.
They're screening some neat movies.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that are new releases and some re-releases from Arrow Video and others. But before we jump to those, can we show your fundraising your little fundraising video on Vimeo?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
You're still fundraising.
Oh, I like money.
You need money to make a movie.
Yeah. I mean, like if anyone wants to just keep throwing money at us, I will take that money.
Well, let's make
Do you
that.
prefer it in ones, or do you like PayPal or Venmo? How does this work? And if they do it, will you like make it rain and do a little dance?
Give me money and we'll talk.
All right. So look.
We'll send Janie to your house. No, I'm just kidding. We won't.
All right. Well, let's do this. We've got this cool Vimeo video of and it stars Paul T. Taylor. We've got Paul in it.
It has
right?
Paul. We made this before we knew that before we met Laurence, before we knew he was going to be the torturer.
Okay.
So yeah, this
So
was
I think you play the torturer in this little mini.
yeah.
sorta,
I
yeah.
get it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just being
He's
silly.
throwing shit. Yeah, I know.
That's what
right.
that's what Jose said. He thought I was a torturer.
So pop it up, Ryler. We're ready for that.
Help! Anyone? Help! Help!
Hey everyone, I'm Joe, the director for the new Little Spark film, The Torturer.
You gonna let me out?
Hang tight there, buddy. So, this is Paul. You might recognize him from some films like Sin City, Super, and Hellraiser Judgment. We got a great script written by shadow writer Paul Kane. It's already been published in a series of short stories called Nail Biters. And get this, it's even currently being adapted into a graphic novel.
What's that got to do with anything?
Oh, well, Paul, you're going to star in this film, and I'm sorry, but it's going to be brutal.
Brutal, huh?
Well, yeah. It's a film called The Torturer, and it's from a book called Nail Biters. You bet your ass it's going to be brutal. And people watching this video can donate to your pain and suffering. And in return, they can receive some awesome perks listed here between us.
But my sweet suffering.
So, everyone, please, send us some funds so we can get this thing made. And in return, you'll receive some awesome stuff. Till then, keep your eyes peeled.
What you be doing? Don't do that! No! Ah! 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 Oh, God!
Little Spark Films. Joe, where do people go to make the donation?
Well, you go to torturemovie.com.
Okay.
Or littlesparkfilms.net. Just torturemovie.com.
Torturemovie.net.
Oh, no, .com. .com. Torturemovie.com. And then, like, all just on the front page, I mean,
Yeah.
there's just, you know, PayPal links all over the place. Donate here. Donate
So
there.
$1, a $10, a $100, any size.
Yeah, sure.
You got it.
I'll take
Anything
that.
helps.
Good.
I'll take that money. And that money will go straight to our line producer, The Mig, and he will, you know, put that money where it's supposed to go.
All right. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, let's point out that your line producer,
Yeah.
and Laurence, your line producer, is here in the studio with us. He's off camera.
He's over
Named
there.
Mig.
Pointing at him. Hey, Mig.
Hey, Mick. Thank you for coming in. He's our audience of one today. Woo. On our engineering board is Ryler. Thank you, Ryler, for staying on your toes with us.
I'm trying hard.
Poor Ryler.
We jump all over.
Satan decided to really test Ryler today.
That's
Now-
every day. That's
Every Sunday. You didn't know this, but Satan is the torturer. He's like, hey, Ziggy, or hey, Ryler, I'm going to torture you today with YouTube video links and lots of pictures.
I'm proud to know you, Lawrence. Proud to know you, man.
He learned
It's
it
good
from
to have you on
Lawrence.
my side, man.
He
I
learned
hope
it
we
from
all
Lawrence.
live to the end of this movie.
Yes. I don't know about that.
I'm going to wait till he leaves until I leave. Because I'm just
What?
saying.
All right. Help me understand that.
Or should I leave first? I don't
Okay.
know what to do. I just don't want to be tortured.
This is a pretty big place. There's a lot of places to hide.
I'm just going to hide in the women's bathroom for a while. You guys can't go in there.
Yeah, the torturer cannot go into the women's bathroom.
The one place I can't go.
No,
That's where they draw the line.
It's
no,
his
we changed the
weakness.
law in Texas. You can't go in there.
It's his weakness. He can't go in the women's bathroom.
So, hey, so look, here's what I want to do. I want to mention while we're on Texas Frightmare Weekend.
Is there another torturer event coming up? Richard Nelson's asking in the chat room.
We have talked about it. We've talked about throwing another party, not like the last one. Last time we threw a party, it was at Diamond Gyms in Arlington, and we had a bunch of burlesque performers. We had a bunch of bands play.
It was a fun event.
I think that venue didn't know what they were getting into, and they dawdled a lot, in my opinion. But you know, it was still a fun night, and we documented it, and you know, all the band, everyone was cool, and we made a good chunk of money for the film. We've talked about doing another event. Nothing is set in stone yet, but if we do it, we will let you know, like, as soon as possible, because it's not going to be like last time. If we do it, it's going to be a different thing.
Yeah.
Catalina says there's discussion. Also, I want to mention that this Saturday at Wits End is Deadly Sins Burlesque and Sideshow, and both Joe and Catalina will be there. Catalina is performing, and you can donate money to them there
Good
as well.
point.
Thank you.
Good point.
I believe that Catalina is selling snacks and things too still.
Yeah, we sell junk food.
Yeah,
We sell
so
some-
you can get snacks, so you can drink more. The important key to drinking is you can drink more if you eat more, so eat those carbs.
And look at that.
Hi,
All right,
River.
watch this video. Watch this video, Lawrence. You're going to love this. This.
Oh, yeah, this is the show. Catalina edits all
Yeah,
this.
Catalina's editing.
Igor helped me shoot this show.
Ooh.
They did all those brandings for I like Skylights that goes in California. Makes me think. gold dust on it. Gold
Nicely
Nice.
done. Video produced by Little Spark Films. Hey, Bart also made a comment that you should change the movie The Torturer to Throw Money, I think is what he wrote.
Did you notice?
I need a lot of money.
All right.
Did you notice that video? My beer bottle had a Spider-Man mask on it.
I need a lot of money.
No, I didn't. I didn't
Yeah,
catch
it was a
that.
spider beer.
What?
Spider-Beard.
So what-
The
so-
beer bottle has a Spider-Man mask on it. The Scarlet gave me in Rhinestone. I just stuck it on the beer bottle, and I just left it out there. So if you look at it, there's like a Spider-Man mask, like a little eye mask.
Oh, wow.
So Bart made a comment in the chat room, and that is Torturer should be called Throw Money. Is that what he wrote? I think that's what. I think that's what he's.
talking about?
I-
No,
Hi, Riversaurus.
no, he didn't say that at all. You're just like half-assed reading it.
No, it's this one right
Sorry,
here.
you're.
Is it this one right here? What do you
Bart says words.
Change this movie to Throw Money.
Okay.
That's in Messenger. That's not
All
in
right.
the chat room.
Anyways,
I
yeah.
don't think that was I think that was an incomplete thought by Bart.
No,
Yeah,
I
that
think it was a
interesting.
complete thought.
But Catalina said yes.
No.
Munchies. It is 420 also. So yes, Munchies.
So
the show's on 420.
what are you doing on 420?
You're coming to Deadly Sins.
I'm gonna watch some punk rock burlesque.
It's only
That's it.
$5. It's only
On
$5.
420.
Punk, punk gorlesque.
You can
That's
see
it.
him. He's a lot Tyler. He grows really big, tall.
Have you seen the new Pet Cemetery?
Not yet.
All right.
Oh, we're not talking about it.
Janie
We
said I can't talk about
it.
Because
I hate that movie.
I give away spoilers.
No, because it's
So-
just what are the spoilers? All the spoilers were in the fucking previews. You can talk about all you want. I'm pretty sure everybody
I'm
knows
sure
what
if you've
happens.
seen the first Pet Cemetery, the original, like you've already seen the
But
remake.
look, we
Now,
got this.
hold
At
on.
least we got this cool
Hold on.
poster. The poster's nice.
Man, that's so cool.
It's on
Also,
Mondo.
Janie, I have a poster for you. I keep forgetting to bring.
yay. So
I
fun-
want to add a
fun
good word.
fact about this poster. This is actually, I believe, the Mondo poster they handed out South by Southwest. But we went to a free screener and the guy had a bunch of them and we got one.
Man.
So that's the best part about the movie. Get a poster.
Now wait a minute.
Save your chicken money.
No.
It's a nice poster.
Now wait a minute.
That's his copy because he beat the shit out of it. I have my own at home. It's not beat up.
The point is, this is a great reboot. I think.
No.
I really did enjoy
No,
it.
bring your voice down. You're too loud. You're yelling in my ear.
I will
no, I'm gonna
argue.
I'm gonna raise it.
I will. I
Wait,
am the
I got
master
I got-
debater. on
I've
this.
got. You're a masturbator. I am too. But I've got the torturer on my
He is.
side.
He
Lawrence,
really is.
I'm recruiting you on my side right now.
I haven't
No,
seen it yet. but
no. I haven't seen. Okay, look. Like I said, I went in unbiased. I've never read the book and I've never seen the original, which I forgot to. I haven't had a chance to actually fix this week.
right.
I've done a lot of things this week. I'll try this. No.
Look.
Anyway, I'll get around to it at some point. Okay.
The pacing
I
was
went
off.
in-
It was weak. It fell flat.
It missed a lot of really good opportunities. It just used like, some spooky imagery.
Let's
that
move on.
Was a waste.
It was
a waste.
forced.
The book was so much.
Mandy
better.
was so much better, Jay.
Let's
oh
move
God,
on.
Here we go.
No,
Here we
let's move
go.
on.
Jay hates Mandy.
I want to point out
you know,
to.
I was so okay. So we went and saw this one, A Field Guide to Evil.
feel good. Yeah.
Oh, how was that?
It
Excellent.
was. It wasn't. Don't go in expecting a horror movie. It was like a dark fairy tale. But I kind of enjoyed it. It definitely is very heavily subtitled. So if you're not into subtitles, you should get over it and fucking watch it. But just kidding.
Both of these movies would have been a lot better if Lawrence was in them.
Oh,
I agree.
yeah. Oh,
That's-
yeah.
that's what I
I
was
think
thinking as
that.
But they were decent on their
They
own.
needed a torturer. I'm just saying.
They needed a torturer.
But so my point about this movie is not about it. But after the movie, there was a rep there giving away little like boxes with different things in it, and I got a little Field Guide to Evil book pin, and then he had another box to a girl in front of me, and she opened it, and it was Nicolas Cage's face from Mandy covered in blood, and it was a lapel pin, like a
wow.
pin. I was like, give that to me. But she looked like she was about 12, and I didn't want to get in trouble for beating up a 12-year-old over a Nicolas Cage pin.
For all of our LORELEI K fans, she is joining us in about 30 minutes, about 30, 35 minutes.
32 minutes,
Yeah, so LORELEI K will be here live with us, and there she is, Denton Singer. Let's highlight a couple of cool film screenings that Frightmare is doing. Texas Frightmare Weekend is the first weekend in May. That is right around the corner. And my favorite coming up is a movie, or this favorite trailer we've got coming up is Velocipaster. It's about a Catholic priest who discovers that he can turn into a dinosaur, and then he decides to take his revenge against sinners in the confessional booth. Now,
Because
I know what you're thinking.
Nice.
This has got to be a great film, and you're right.
Because that's totally forgivable. I'm just saying.
This is Velocipaster. you will see this film at Texas Frightmare Weekend.
The film, not just the trailer. The movie.
Right.
The whole movie.
The whole movie.
Let's do it.
So, yeah, headphones on.
Where did all these ninjas come from?
I got some ninjas last night. Maybe they followed me home.
The Velocipasta. A troubled priest.
How long has it been since your last confession?
Oh, it's been about 2 years. I do drugs, sell drugs, murder people.
The Velocipasta. A beautiful girl with a dark past.
Last night was amazing.
What are you talking about?
The time you turned into a dinosaur and ate someone.
What?
Dinosaurs.
You guys talk all the time about helping people. This might actually be the first time in your life you can.
By what? Killing people?
Yes, bad people.
I got Jesus' hammer in my hand, hammer in hand, to the promised land. Yeah, I can hear him singing in the ringing of my hammer, and my hammer keeps swinging to Jesus. I know I see my Savior coming home. Coming home. The crippled man walking, the dumb man talking, the camera stalking. I got Jesus' hammer in my hand.
The Velocipasta.
That's insane, Doug. God does not want people dead.
Oh, I think God wants a lot of people dead.
Okay, so look. God, he thinks, wants a lot of people dead, and it's his job to carry out God's demand, I guess. So,
wow.
The Velocipastor.
They're going to win like best costume design.
I
for
need
sure.
that soundtrack.
Richard in the chat room
Yes, Richard.
said that he hopes the Velocipastor's villain is a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yes.
And the Academy better not ignore this one.
Right. Well said,
I think
Richard.
it should at least get something for costuming and art design. I'm just saying. That was a very impressive Velocipastor.
Look, without even seeing the film, it is one of my favorites in my head at the moment.
He
It
likes
is.
a lot of movies.
I love Field Guide to Evil and
Don't.
Pet Cemetery.
But he doesn't like Mandy.
Okay, look.
Pet Cemetery's weak.
Hey, while we're on the topic of donations, thank you for mentioning that. If you donate on our cool website page, which is corpsepaintshow.net, corpsepaint.net.
Corpsepaint.net, yes.
Thank you. Then we will send you some cool premiums. Tickets to upcoming events at Gas Monkey, this free CD from Kill Everything on Comatose Records, and other cool stuff like our stickers.
We got some bumper stickers.
I would just like to point out, if you're looking for a place to to donate to the Corpse Paint Show, on the very bottom of the webpage, in the footer, it's underneath bookings. There's a sponsor section. There's a sponsor click.
Cool.
And if you click that, you come to this page, and it gives you your tiers. It has a small list of sponsors. There's more that need to be added. And then there you can donate.
So, but let me point out, just hit that donate button, and you can donate any size.
Any amount you want.
Any amount.
Yeah.
Any amount.
Those are just for perks.
Yeah, but we do have a lot of good perks to give away. Concert tickets from Gas Monkey and stickers and CDs. Thank you to Brian Wynn for donating some CDs of Kill Everything. He was our guest last week. And this is his T-shirt.
Bumper stickers that were created by Joe.
Little Spark.
From Little Spark Films.
Now, I want to show...
Look, I did a thing with them, Joe. I told you I would.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, I want to highlight another film that is a screening at Texas Frightmare.
What is it?
This is a special screening. This one's called Amazon Hotbox. And I think there's a lot of gratuitous nudity in this one, which, of course, we all love.
I like boobs.
And so does your your movie watching viewers. So
I like money too.
Yeah. All right. So blah blah blah. Sorry. Let's go on to Amazon Hotbox. Take a look at this trailer.
can be no rehabilitation. Without rehabilitation, there is no release. It's that simple. There is no escape. So I give you two choices. Order or death. Since you are property, I believe this to be fair. I want silence! Order or death.
Please, I don't want any trouble. We don't have a choice.
Yes! Dear, you are merely part of a demonstration. The incredible torture machine.
Don't make me come back here. Because I'm telling you right now, I will blow this motherfucker to kingdom come. And kill that motherfucking Jet Bryant.
The only place you're going is down.
She's crazy. A fucking monster. Crazy monster. Oh yeah. We're about to get all monster crazy up in this bitch.
Okay, look, I'm really confused, but that's all right.
Oh, it has Ellie Church and Tristan Riskin, aren't they the ones that always work with Scott Shermer?
I don't know.
They were in
Lawrence,
movies.
Yes.
Your opinion of the acting caliber in that trailer?
Oh, tremendous.
Yes, it was.
That alligator was great.
That alligator was great. Did you see the alligator blow up? Did you see the helicopter scene?
I did. The helicopter, that one by far, best performance.
Look, I'm definitely going to be at that.
Yes.
Amazon Hotbox.
I'm really sad I wasn't in it. I'm just saying.
Where was that shot?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, there you go. That's why you don't know, Jane.
It might have been shot
Never heard
in the Amazon.
First I'm hearing about it.
It might have been.
Maybe I need to move to the Amazon to get more film opportunities.
Let's talk about what is coming up at Gas Monkey Live, because we love going to shows there and we help produce a couple of them. And I was mentioning our ticket giveaways when you donate to our page, corpsepaint.net. Now that I've got my voice back, we are going to highlight a few of the pages on Gas Monkey events coming up. This Wednesday is Kalma and Vreed. We have tickets to give away. If you make a donation of any size, let me know by email at stiltdemon@gmail.com.
He's a demon now. He's no longer a Reaper. He's graduated up.
And
or are you down?
And we will hook you up with tickets for this show, which is Wednesday. Kalma is a badass band from Finland, and Vreed is from Norway. This is some great Nordic black metal. Melodic.
Range from $500 to $300.
Yeah,
just so if you get like I think a VIP table.
Don't buy the $300 one. Yeah.
I mean, if you want
just work with
to,
us.
you can buy the $300 one. It's a cabana.
That's a huge cabana. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So what else is coming up at Gas Monkey? The 69 Eyes. Now that is
day
in May.
after Frightmare. May
The
6th.
Monday after Frightmare. The 69 Eyes are from Helsinki, Finland, and this is good goth rock.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos and Carnage tour is co-presented by the Corpsepaint Show, Whitechapel and Dying Fetus. As you can see, Lawrence, we're into extreme metal.
Yes.
Deicide is the Death in Dallas Festival featuring them and Origin, Jungle Rot, and more.
And Perpetrator.
Sunday, May 12th.
Just wanted to say.
Woo. And, of course, Beasto Blanco is coming up as well. Now, that is on Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. Anyways, all those are co-presented by the Corpsepaint Show in conjunction with Gas Monkey. We like that
Is
venue.
it Memorial Day weekend when the torturer begins torturing?
I've already started.
Oh.
He's in character until the DVD commentary.
People are like, man, Laurence was intense for those last like couple of months. And all of a sudden he was just like totally not a nice guy. Like, I would never hurt you.
Not at all. Never.
Hey,
you can't
okay.
see my eyes. You can't see the crazy eyes.
I do want to show a couple other flyers and movie posters of what's playing at Texas Frightmare Weekend. And those are the others, Ryler, of just the posters of the various films, but you can kind of string them all together there. So all of these, yeah, of course, Life is Cheap.
That is awesome.
I like the cleavage at the
yeah,
top.
right, the boobage right at the top.
There's a camera in my way.
The only escape is death. I like that they got to wear cute little dresses.
That's cool too.
And The Child Remains, of course, you know, double entendre there.
Anything with a child scares me.
But I think there's a little hand creeping out.
Man,
I like dolls.
These are great posters.
Aren't
This is genuine. These are genuine. This is genuine poster art. Like it's not just floating heads.
All of these films will be screened at Frightmare. You pay for your Frightmare entrance, you get to see all of these as well.
And I feel like this actually represents the film, and I haven't even seen most of these trailers.
None scare me as well.
That is so cool.
That is cool.
And I think we had one of those two hot girls in front of the hearse. Yeah.
That's not a movie they'll be screening at Frightmare.
Oh, it ain't?
No, that's me.
Okay. This is the Ghost Babes.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
All right, a whole nother story. But I like that picture. We just threw it in.
He just likes pictures of me.
Now, did you guys know that our guest next week, this is a special announcement. And Joe, I'll let you know about this on all the details and everything.
Okay.
What?
I'm here.
Whatever.
I'm just laughing at you because you're like, our guest next week. And Joe, I'll send you all the details about blah, 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 blah.
No, because he's making the graphic for it.
I am?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get it done.
Please.
I'm just kidding.
Yes. Is Christoph formerly from the band Batushka. Now,
oh, you were posting about that guy.
Yeah. All right. So this guy was forced out of his own band that he founded and wrote all the music for. His name is Christoph. The band is Batushka. Normally they perform with shroud over their face. You don't know what they look like, but he has emerged and is appealing his message to not support the other band Batushka, for all our metal friends, that if they're still using that name. And apparently they are. So they've actually kind of, that's him, done a runaround and forced him out of his own band, even though he wrote all the music.
Have these guys been on the show before?
No.
No.
Just another band who wore shrouds like
Yeah,
this.
it was another band from Portugal, I think, who wore shrouds. But there's trends in black metal. For a while it was Corpsepaint, and then they kind of went away from Corpsepaint, and then there's a shroud, and they cover your face. Don't even show your face, So
Then there were bumper stickers and sunglasses.
Bumper stickers and sunglasses like that, that's a good look for Janie Slash. Whenever you're sitting next to Laurence, you're safe.
Yes.
So do whatever you want, Janie Slash.
She's moving away.
Oh, no, that's a bad sign.
I'm literally scared.
Our sponsor is Liquid Death, and we say death to plastic. Liquid Death Mountain Water invites you to murder your thirst. And am I good? I'm good? Yeah. So when they say death to plastic, they're proud of the fact that their product is marketed. There you go. That's a scene from Torturer. I'm sure of it.
It is.
I like someone posted on their Instagram, like it was a picture of a Liquid Death can, and someone posted on their Instagram, you need to fire the guy who makes your slogans, and the response was no.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty cool design and everything, man.
Then where his nipples are, there's eyes. Did you see
What's
that?
that?
On
On
the
this?
chest, he's got
On this?
eyes.
Is that a cereal that they're working on next?
No, that's the bottom of the box.
Oh.
Murder your thirst.
It's also the new face of black metal.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
This is Janie's face.
This is what Janie looks like now all the
This is
time.
what Janie looks like without makeup.
So, look, America, we know you get thirsty, and we invite you to try Liquid Death Mountain Water from Austria. and murder your thirst, decapitate your thirst is what Laurence would say. And in this recyclable aluminum can with high pH balanced water.
I'm going to give you an example of decapitation.
Do it. And
Laurence
did you
was
know?
talking about his preferred way is decapitation.
Yes.
So.
All right. So is it all about weapon or is it about hands?
Like,
That would have been hands.
Yeah.
Oh, you ripped the heads off?
Just
I was gonna say like, are you like a machete guy, or he's like
Machete guy.
It's like a 14-inch blade, right?
Yes.
Were you aware?
Inside what we have, that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're talking weapons now.
Yes.
So, did you know you hired a handsy torturer? Like, does that concern you?
He had to show us what he was capable of before he got the role.
Oh, did it involve animals? I hope
no.
not.
Is it because
Okay.
Paul is
All right,
still?
man.
Oh my gosh, why would you say that? They love animals.
We love animals. We love animals here.
Paul willingly sticks pins all over his head.
Yes, that's gotta
He was
hurt.
all about
Like,
being tortured.
in his head.
Yeah.
In his head.
You saw the picture.
I still haven't seen the movie.
Do the nails come out? So it's got to go all the way through.
You haven't seen Judgment yet? No. But it's available.
I don't have time. I'm not available.
You do that to yourself.
I know.
Hey, we want to send out
I spend a lot of time with you. I don't know how.
Hey guys, we want to look on a serious note. We want to send out a RIP to a previous guest on our show, and her name was Satan's Angel. She was the devil's own mistress. Yeah. And she passed away. Now, Joe, you made that great flyer. Thank you. Just as a nice sympathy card, really, to friends and family of Angel Walker, aka Satan's Angel, who we love, and she was a guest on our show twice.
She just did burlesque, or what else?
She's the queen of the fire tassels.
Fire tassels.
She twirled fire.
Oh my
On her
gosh.
tassels. She was amazing. She was also one of the first out burlesque performers. She was a lesbian.
Oh.
She was very powerful and empowering, and just a wonderful person and very kind.
You know,
and she told it straight. Like, if she was very honest with you and straightforward, she didn't like talk behind people's backs or anything. She was a very honest, loving, kind person.
Fire performer, and you know what? Wikipedia reported that she was actually in a all-girl topless band, and played the guitar, the bass guitar.
When she looked like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so this was back in the 60s or so. Yeah. I think the only all topless girl band.
There is a documentary about her. I think it's called Queen of the Fire Tassels, and you can check that out if you want to hear, find out more about her life.
But yeah, I mean, just a thought, Janie Slash. I mean, the world needs a new topless female band. I'm just throwing that out there.
No, they don't. I'm sure there's. I don't think you can play anywhere. TABC's got on lockdown. Where would you play? Like somewhere with no beer?
Not in Texas.
No.
Not in Texas.
So Christoph will be our guest
ideas.
next week, and there's Saint Angel too. That film is available now, I think, on a lot of VOD sources.
$75? Oh yeah, of course.
It's got it's like a box set or something.
No, that was something else. You can get the
But
film.
she has she's a film. There's a film out about her.
Very good.
Or you can also check out past episodes of the Corpsepaint Show, because I think we did 2 episodes with Satan's Angel where she talks about a lot of things.
On our YouTube channel.
She's on an episode with Paul Taylor.
Yes, she is.
That's right.
The torture.
Yes. Yeah, and we connected with her
It's
by
really
video
sad.
call. She was in California. She has a lot of tales to tell about hanging out with Hollywood A-list, celebs. Very, very cool. Very cool lady.
She was a very lovely lady. I loved her.
And so, R.I.P. We miss you, Satan's Angel. And really, we enjoyed having Satan's Angel on our show because she belongs here with Satan and Janie Slash.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. R.I.P. So that was our serious note. Our guest next week, Christoph, formerly from Batushka, will be pleading his message, and a great video on our Facebook page regarding his story right now. I'm okay if you do. Let's start it, but I do want to talk over it too.
Okay,
Yeah.
can we talk to them so much before we play
Yep.
it? Okay,
Yep.
let's wait. I don't know.
Yep. But yeah, we've got time. So here's the other things I want to know about the torturer. And I want to make sure that you can hear me okay, right?
Yes.
All right. I have a little trouble on mic, and I just wanted to be sure. So, when this is flowing and rolling, is it, Joe? Is it the story? Is it the editing, or is it Laurence, or is it all of that makes this a powerful punch?
Well, it starts off with the story. Everything starts off with a story. If the story sucks, the film won't get made. Well, that's not necessarily true. Twilight got made. So, but this story is really good. And the first actor we were able to get was Paul, and he was all about it. And of course, he was on the Hellraiser high. So, I think he was all about it. And he started campaigning with us on it, and then when the Cenobites from the original Hellraiser films found out about it, they were vouching for us and rooting for us too. And then we found, and that's what made it very difficult also, though, to find an actor that could take on the role of the torturer, because it is the dominating factor of the film. And we had a lot of people. We went through the Dallas Film Commission, and we found a lot of people that wanted this role. And I didn't know where you were from. I'm sorry you're driving so far. I mean, he's dedicated, and we landed on Laurence, and he came in. We saw he did a video audition, and then he came in and he did a in-person audition. And so from the story that Paul Kane wrote to the actors' presence, and even in the read-through we did today, it strengthens it. It's I don't want to say that it's gonna, like, if you guys screw this up, it's all on you. No, this is my job too. I mean, so thank you for trusting me to be the filmmaker to make this, everybody. But it's everybody. It's this whole puzzle. It works. It's got to work together, and it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be intense. And for the past year, we have been prepping for this film, and we prep a lot, as much as possible. And this one, this is the one that we're going above and beyond for right now. We've never had the drive to, want to raise so much money. Normally we make, fun stuff, quirky stuff. No, this, we're going to make the film that Paul Kane wants. I mean, he's friends with Clive Barker.
This is another level.
Yeah. So, I mean, if Clive Barker and then, Nicholas Vince and Barbie Wilde and Simon Bamford and Doug Bradley are all about this film. Now Lloyd Kaufman's aware of it. So I don't even know if Frightmare gives a shit, but I know that Billy Pond and Chuck Norfolk are excited to see Murder Balls, and they've been aware of the torture for the past year. Everyone
they're going to show your trailer. I mean,
well, yeah.
This is awesome.
So, I mean, what the best part about the torture is, I want to say, the cast. I mean, we have an amazing makeup effects artist. It's going to be Matthew Ash, who worked on all the stuff from Circus of the Dead. And, it was difficult looking for the right person to do all these effects, all the makeup effects. So, finding the right people to make sure that this gets done perfect for Paul Kane, And like I said, it's going to be clean. Yeah. It's going to be clean.
But you have final say.
Do I? I guess I do.
All right.
I mean, I honestly, this is what's really cool, is that in this state, I mean, every filmmaker in town is going to tell me I'm a freaking idiot, because they're going to say, you don't want to make a 20-minute short film, or you don't want to make a 10-minute short film. You don't want to make a 45-minute
Why would they say that?
I don't know. People hate me. But the thing is that I have 5 amazing actors. All right? I have 5 phenomenal actors. I have amazing makeup artists, and I have a crew that is dedicated beyond belief. How the hell, I don't give a shit what anyone says.
Right.
So if it's 20-25 minutes, it may be illogical, but the point is that it's going to be great. So go to hell, everyone. We're making a fucking movie.
You're making a great movie, and
I've seen how dedicated his crew is too. They're very dedicated.
Laurence, when you read for it, did you just have part of the script?
Yes, I just had a part of the script, and the fun about grabbing a script like that is if you can start kind of visualizing the rest of the parts of the film around that.
Okay.
You want to see what, assume what happens before, assume what happens after. And it wasn't real hard to assume the next steps or what had preceded those.
All right.
So, yeah.
So those kill scenes
yes.
that we're going to love.
Kill scenes were great.
Because we're into that.
Yes, we are.
Intensity.
Yes.
Action.
Yes.
Blood. Topless women.
A lot of suspense.
Good.
It's crazy. The amount of suspense.
Squirming in your seat.
Whilst violence is happening.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So it's like the violence and the blood is not the payoff. It's there, but the suspense is still happening.
Gotcha.
It's going to be brutal.
Yes. It's going to take it out of you after you watch this.
I think it's going to take it out of us when we're done filming it.
Yeah. You might need some...
I think we're going to be stressed out, but it'll be worth it.
See, it's so brutal and intense you can't handle more than 20 minutes of it.
There you
It's
go.
going to be so good. It's going to be
Yes.
amazing, but
Thank
you're
you,
going to be
Jamie.
like, holy shit.
Thank you. It's only a short story.
That is only a short story. And, I appreciate that it's still sticking to short story. That you're not like, I'm going to add all this extra stuff in it and stretch it out and make it long. So
No.
you're confused and you lose the heart of the original story, which happens so many times when people try to adapt short stories and make them link.
I think Paul Kane tried to give us that freedom too. And I thought that would take away. We were talking at dinner earlier about this stuff. About how much freedom he was just saying to, go with it and have as much artistic freedom as you want with certain aspects of the story. And it's not my story. That's the thing. I didn't write it, so therefore I don't feel like it's mine to tear open and extrapolate. I want we should keep it true to its creator.
And it'll be, it should be easier if you're cutting it down. Obviously from what people probably want, like 80, 90-minute movie to a 20, 25-minute, it's a more manageable budget so you can get the effects and things that you want.
Exactly.
Versus trying to stretch it and then being like, well, we don't have the budget for that, so we're going to have to come up with something.
Well, who's expecting to make, big bucks off a short film?
But you
this
never,
film is the stepping stone.
It is, yeah, and you never know. Somebody may see it and go, holy shit, I want that to be a 90-minute movie. Here's the money to make the movie you want, and then you can make that movie you want versus trying to stretch it out. Because think about how many movies have been successful by shorts.
Exactly. Saw started off as a short.
Evil Dead.
It did.
Evil Dead started off as a short.
Evil Dead, and Sam Raimi is one of the most sought after directors. Makes
We
a lot
gotta
of
get him
bank.
to watch
he made
Murder Balls.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yep. I think Clerks was
started
originally
out-
a short, wasn't it? Kevin Smith's Clerks.
I think Kevin Smith
I'm not
started
sure.
off
Yeah.
as a short, yeah.
But all these films that start off as shorts and then get bought out, and you're fortunate if the same filmmaker who did the short gets to make the feature. It's
And
it's
the
no
same torturer, hopefully.
Yeah, you gotta keep the torture.
Right, yeah.
Nobody tortures like Laurence.
Like Laurence.
Nobody will.
I don't think anyone could find another actor who has a voice like this guy.
Isn't that a great voice? That is like
Yeah.
honey and whiskey, man. That is a great voice.
You could be like the next Candyman with that voice too. Like, go a little deeper.
That would be nice.
Be awesome.
You seduce women with that voice, don't you?
That was one of my favorite movies.
Do you make phone calls that are like
Only
no.
one. Only one.
Only one woman. All right.
Only one.
Okay, man.
Circus of the Dead was a fake trailer. That's right.
Yeah, Circus of the Dead was a
Oh,
trailer.
Billy Pump.
Yeah.
And then some of the Grindhouse trailers. Weren't
Sorry,
they?
Richard. That's you.
From the Grindhouse movie, didn't one of those become like it
Hobo
started
with a
off-
shotgun.
Yeah,
I
Hobo
want to
with a
point out that
Shotgun.
Lloyd Kaufman hates Hobo with a Shotgun.
All right.
But it started out as a short and became,
It's very true. It did.
very popular Grindhouse film. Lots of people do like it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lawrence, can you tell me this?
Yes.
Do heads roll?
I bounced them.
So
you're
you're into basketball.
I also want to mention the Murder Balls is a fake trailer right now, but who knows? Maybe I'll just-
Wait, do that again, Joe.
Oh man, it's gonna be in the torture. Man. It's like one of my favorite things when I first read it, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so cool, dude. It's gonna be, exactly what I'm talking about, right?
So we're not talking about a 3-pointer. We're talking about a spike.
Oh no, this is he spikes the ball right
right.
after the touchdown, man. This is gonna be dope.
And it bounces.
You too
I
can
always
see
love when
this.
things bounce.
How do we help this be made?
Murder
You go
Ball.
to torturermovie.com.
What?
Torturermovie.com. to help make this movie. If you want to
Donate
place
money
a donation.
this Saturday at Deadly Sins. Find this man in the hat, Joe Manco, or Catalina Carita. Or if you just need me, I can direct you to one of them, and you can give them your monies.
Good point.
Lights Out was a short couple back, being a feature length. Oh, Sam Gann.
Good point.
Sammy G.
Come to this, and you can make a donation to Joe in person. You can meet him in person. And also Janie
I'm still
Slash.
waiting for Mr. Fister to become a movie.
Oh, Mr.
That was one of my favorite fake trailers.
That was good.
I'm waiting for that.
I like Mr. Fister.
Love it. Well, guess what, guys?
Really fun.
We are going to say adios. We're going to bring on LORELEI K, a Denton singer. We're excited about having her. And while we're saying adios to you, and again, thank you for being here and making time to be with us.
Thank you guys for coming out. I know that you have a very busy torturing schedule. I do. But I appreciate you taking time out of your day just to come talk to us and not torture us. But you did torture us by not telling us a lot about the torture.
That's called a tease.
Just enough
right?
to tease us.
Tease. You're getting teased now,
Look,
Janie.
now you're a tease. You're a torturer and a
That's
teaser.
what he is. That's what he is.
With honey whiskey.
Honey whiskey voice.
Honey whiskey voice.
Now, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to show a trailer of a film called Saint Bernard. This is fucking awesome. Okay, it's a trailer of an actual film. But during that trailer, we have to say adios to you guys, and then we're going to connect with LORELEI K. But can I just double check with Ryler that that's all looking good? All right. And so stick around if you do want to watch us on the screen right there. But thank you, gentlemen, very much for making time to be with us today.
Thank you for letting us be here.
Of course.
Thank you.
What you need is a little more time. What's in the bag? That should do it.
I think we're back. Are we back? So, hey, Janie Slash, and thank you again, Joe. Thank you, Laurence.
Bye, Joe. Bye, Laurence. Thank you, guys.
LORELEI K is an awesome Denton singer, and we're happy to connect with her via video. She is performing next month. We want to hear details on that. She's performing next month in Deep Ellum.
Awesome. What
And
venue?
has, she'll tell us, I think it's 3 links, but there's a lot, going on. It seems like with LORELEI K, we just want to catch up. So Ryler is reaching out to her now on video call.
I slowly put on the headphones.
God, it's great to...
now I can hear my voice. That freaks me out.
Oh. I'm very pleased to get updates on The Torturer. Paul Kane written, and it's got Paul T. Taylor and Laurence. Good deal. Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
hi. Welcome.
Hi, LORELEI K. I don't think I can hear you. Let's see. Make sure your audio is on. Can you hear? Can you hear it?
I can hear something now.
Is it working?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Hi.
Good. Hey, I know you lead a busy life. Thank you for making time to be with us.
Of course.
LORELEI K, I didn't know you did something with Paul Slavens from 10 Hands.
Yeah,
And
it was really cool.
I ran across that today, and it just sounded very dream pop. I don't know. Is that a fair word for it?
I use the word dream pop a lot, pretty loosely, I think, to describe a lot of the stuff I do. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll go with that.
I use it as a compliment. I like your music, as you know, and a very big fan. So I'm just glad you joined us. So Janie Slash was asking about your next gig, and is that the one in May at 3 Links?
I do. Okay, that's probably my next. No, okay. I have a couple more coming up before that. I have on April 21st, I believe. It's at Tradewinds. I'm doing Avant to Leave This Planet with like a group of like cool kind of like improvised performers. That's not going to be a full set though. It's kind of more just like, I think I'm going to be doing some poetry and maybe some noise stuff there. And then I have one more in Fort Worth on the 29th at Lola's.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. Did you start out as kind of a beat poet, a slam poet?
Yeah. Poetry is really important to me, and that's kind of like where things kind of kicked off for me. I think my first, like, I don't know, yeah, my introduction to performing was through poetry.
And is that, so I imagine you write poetry now and then just create them into songs?
Yeah, that's typically how it goes.
Of course. So, well, very good. All right, so tell me a little about also when I'm part of Deep Ellum Radio, and I play the song I Am Watching You. Is that the one?
I Watched You.
I Watched You. Okay. So, but tell me a little about the story and the meaning of it.
Okay, I Watched You is one of the ones in a series of song things that I wrote. Last January, I had to spend a lot of time in recovery from a couple of surgeries, and I was literally just like, I was staying at my parents' house, and I was like pretty like isolated at that point, and on a lot of pain medications. So I kind of developed this like angel sort of character in my head that I would like create little stories about and like talk about the creation of it, and a lot of it had like conversation of gender and like what gender can look like, I guess, outside of what we know it to be, I guess. And then kind of grander, it went really it kind of just like went to a place about like identity and what makes a person, I guess. That was where I sourced the words for I Watched You.
Yeah, very good. And well, it's cool. I didn't know if you yourself were that angel watching or if that is another character, but either way.
I don't know. I don't know who it is.
Okay.
A lot of the times, I write a lot of love songs for people I don't know, and I write a lot of storylines about characters that are just somewhere caught in between like real life and completely not existing at all.
Now,
I love that.
I do too.
I love that. I love it. I love the creativity of it all and how you are writing about characters in your mind and things that you've come up with. That's very creative.
And love songs to people that you may not have met. Right.
Yes, I love it.
Hey, Lorelei.
Yeah.
All right. So do you enjoy these improvisational type of gigs that you were kind of describing there? And I imagine it's kind of with a co-op of creative people. Yes. Can you walk away from that with 2 or 3 new songs that you just produce in a matter of hours?
I've done it before. I think I've been in improv situations where I'm like, wow, I really, really love whatever like colors I created in that sound, or like I really love sort of this idea that I had here or whatever, or you know, like I don't know. There's a lot of like shape making that happens in improv that I can get really inspired by. But I try my best to kind of keep that a little bit separate and pure from my typical kind of like more pop songwriting process. Just because I believe that there's like this like really sacred, beautiful thing that happens whenever you're creating something and you for the first time with people that you haven't created with.
Yeah,
that's a lot of what my improv does. Does that make sense at all?
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense, and it makes me feel kind of nervous because I feel like if I was in that position, I would be, yeah. But really, is the key to just relax because it's there and you just need to grasp it in your mind?
I think improv is probably the thing that I get least nervous of. I like just because there's no stakes, you know, and it's like I get excited whenever I get to do improv because it's not like anything else that I do in my normal life. You know, it's not like any of the other music I create. It's just like this journey, and like it could be awful, and that's okay. You know, I don't know. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I like that.
You know, that's a great point, and I'm glad you said that word, and I'm glad you said that sentence. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't, and if you're making art that is a little bit, I don't know what the word is, loose, or crazy, or you know, I think some of the best art has little flaws, my opinion, and so I agree with that.
I think I've been spending about 2 years on this album that I've been kind of piecing together with Michael Briggs, and that's kind of where a lot of my perfectionism goes, is in that album and in the direction that Lorelei is going in, just like generally. So like these improv little moments are like a really nice breather, and they really let you kind of let loose and build in a different way, and like get to know yourself and your peers in a different way. I don't know, like I don't know, there's just something really special about it, I guess.
Everything you're saying is very, very interesting and surprising. It is. If you were to theoretically go on vacation and go somewhere, can you free your mind, or is it always thinking that would be a great phrase?
Maybe it all kind of depends. I don't think that any two experiences are ever, you know, like I can't speak to how I feel as a collective in all of my improvised experiments, because each one feels differently. You know, sometimes I do want to take away a lot. Like the way that me and Paul's project was birthed was just by us being paired together in a improvised group once, and like everything that we do is improvised, but there is a like tonal family that we created, and like that we're still gonna like make more based off of, you know.
Sure.
And then there's other situations that I've been in where I'm like, wow, I never fucking want to do that again. Like I never want to hear that sound come out of my mouth, and I really prefer to not make that sound ever again. You know, it's just like, and that's fine. You know, I don't know.
What life is about, and creation is about, and art is about, just breaking through some walls sometimes, right? And a lot of it you'll like, some of it maybe you won't.
Sure.
We brought up that you are playing at 3 Links in Deep Ellum on May 15th. It's on the lower third for you, but you opening for, and I think it's Rose Garden Funeral Party, Sub-Sahara, if I have it right. But these are bands I imagine that you guys all have a great evening together on, right?
Yeah, I love all those bitches. Like it's fun just being around them. We're all, I mean, like me and Mika from Rose Garden Funeral Party, we like go pretty far back, and me and Leah the same, and we all kind of have this really cute little like pick up where you left off sort of thing going. Because we're all so busy, and I love Sub-Sahara too. I love the collective sounds that happen whenever we're gigging together. Yeah, I don't know, and I am really excited for that show. I like playing with 3 Links, and it's gonna be really, really cute. It's really fun.
Yeah, definitely. You love coming to Deep Ellum.
I mean, honestly, in all of DFW, I think some of my favorite gigs have been in Deep Ellum.
Good.
Yeah.
At 3 Links or various clubs?
3 Links is cool. I like RBC a whole lot. I've done a lot of, I guess, improvised stuff there, and also just, but I don't know, I just like the crowd that comes out to RBC shows. And, I mean, I have some of my favorite performance, like, memories of all time there. Like, I got to, whenever I was on tour, I got to play at Bomb Factory, and that was like fucking massive. And like all of my family went that night, and that was like massive for me. Like it was so like huge and groundbreaking for me. And you know, so it's just like a lot of my favorite show memories are just like contained there.
It's a real high to play that venue and all those crowds just looking at you, and they're just absorbing every word you sing, right?
Yeah, it was received pretty well. The whole tour, I think I was given a lot of positive, like words of encouragement and like crowd interaction and everything. It was stunning.
That's got to feel good. Is it hard to come down from that after a big gig?
Yeah, like I think after tour, I put away all of my gear for a second, and I'm also a hairstylist, so I just kind of delved back into my work there, and I had to just kind of like not for a second. Like I had to just like step away and reassess what I'm doing. And like, you know, and it's like, I think it's very common to fall into a sort of like depression after something that big happens, because those were like some of my biggest dreams come true. Like I'd never been to New York, and I'd never been to LA. I'd never been to like almost all the cities that I went, and like it was just like very major. So coming back, it's just like I had to like reframe and like kind of you know, come back down to earth.
Right. That's exactly what it is. This is my life now. I'm going back to kind of normalcy.
It's got to be difficult.
Yeah. Janie / I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lorelei.
I was just saying that it's not easy. That's it.
Hey, do you see that picture? Are you able to see our...
Yeah, sorry. I was taking a drink of water.
Okay. All right, good. Yeah. And so when you're performing, is it always with a guitar?
No.
Okay.
On my tour, it was. On my tour, I wrote a set that was very guitar heavy. And it showcased a lot of the work that's on the album that's coming out soon. And it just worked really well with tour life to have an instrument that could be rented out in every city. And I like playing the guitar and everything, and it just worked well. I'd say like my number one is really just like keys or like synth. I'd say I grand scheme played way more with synth than guitar.
Yeah. So you're collabing with Mika sometimes, I imagine, right?
I wish. We've talked about it like literally forever. He used to have this project called I&Y, that was like this like hard, like kind of like post-hardcore little moment. And whenever they were recording their album, I like recorded some screams on top of it. And that's cool. The closest we've ever gotten to collabing together, and that was like 4 years ago now.
Okay. And tell me, you mentioned your new album. Please, educate me.
It's like 15 or 16 tracks. It is very voice-centered. It's kind of explorative for me. It's actually very explorative for me. I produced 100% of the like beat production for the album was all me. I wrote like all the parts other than some amazing guest instrumentalists that I had in. Like I had Leon Carlo in for a session. He's like a really beautiful violinist. And I had Garrett Wingfield in for saxophone. And Sarah Ruth came in and did some voice and dulcimer for me. And then Ava from Starfruit did some voice. But everything else, other than that huge list of people, has been I don't know. It's very, like I said, it's very explorative. It goes in a lot of different directions. I'm really, really, really proud of it. I'd say like it's probably like the work I could probably stand behind the most of like all the music that I've made thus far. I think it's my best so far. So I'm really excited to release it.
And when will that be?
Stay tuned.
All right, good. And so Lorelei, yeah, next time we talk to you, it'd be great to have you in our wonderful Dallas studios if that works out.
Yeah, I would love that. I apologize that driving out there tonight just didn't really work out.
That's okay.
It's okay. We're glad to have you. You're still here.
Absolutely, totally fine. All right, so Lorelei K is playing in Deep Ellum May 15th, if I have that date right. 16th.
I think that's right. Something like that.
16th. Our engineer is saying he pulled it up and it's 16th. So opening 4 along with some other great bands, Sub-Sahara and Rose Garden Funeral Party. And then stay tuned for more info on the album forthcoming. When you write songs and when you write lyrics, are they you kind of referenced this before, sort of a fantasy story, but it's something that, you picture in your mind. But are some of them deeply personal or are they more observational?
I think it's all very deeply personal.
Okay.
I'm an insanely emotional person.
Oh, are you? Okay.
So everything just kind of comes from some feeling or something I've been pondering a lot, or sometimes I create those like characters as a way to communicate what's happening in my world or what I'm thinking about. Really, I have used music as a vessel to work through a lot of trauma and document stages of grief and also just like very archiving like relationships and things like that, and things that have changed me in some significant way.
Cool.
So even though a lot of it is like fantasy imagery, I think that in a really weird kind of way, it all kind of comes back to this like heart of me.
Yes. Lorelei, people would say you're a young artist, but really you've been performing for years.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have that right?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if you really look at it, like, I mean, I was in choir and band and stuff growing up, theater growing up, so like I have a performer background like that goes way, way back. But like even as Lorelei or whatever in a more pop context or whatever, I've been performing for like 5 years almost now, and it's been a minute. I think it's just because I'm 22 and like there's like a certain, I don't know, I think people relate age to newness or whatever in the performer sphere sometimes, or something. I don't know. I don't really get it.
I don't either.
I think there's always kind of people always have some type of correlation between age and experience, and it's not always accurate. Some of the most experienced, talented people are younger. I don't think it makes a difference.
I think ageism is another taboo.
It's a silly, ridiculous thing.
Weird. It's weird.
Yes.
Super odd.
Age is a concept that just like fucks me up almost all the time. I'm like, because what happens whenever I'm not a new artist anymore or whatever, what happens whenever like at some point, whenever you like, am I just a regular artist at some point, or like does age fuck up your image in a way where people are no longer interested or something? Like why is that a thing? Like
right.
Who the fuck? I don't know.
And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be at all. No, it shouldn't be. It's silly. I don't ever even try to think about it. I just enjoy the music and the moment and just take it all in.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes. Regardless of like you're performing with Paul Slavens. Look, that's not it's not a commentary on age. No. It's just a cool collaboration.
The music should speak for itself.
Yeah.
I saw somewhere on the internet, because I'm really bad about reading into things too much or whatever. I saw a comment about like our age difference as if like it mattered or was like appropriate to be brought up at all. Anyways, it's like, and it's like I never thought about that even once whenever we were recording together, or like anytime we're together. I never like, I don't know, like I think like his sound is so innovative, and like the way he approaches music is like pretty modern. So like I don't understand why he would be looked at in a different way than I am, you know, whenever in regards to sound making and composing and recording.
Yeah.
You know?
I disagree also with a writer who would comment on that like it's an important thing. It's maybe their observation, but I don't know that it's significant to highlight that. That's my view. But
sure.
LORELEI K is Denton artist, and she ventures down our neck of the woods sometimes. So be sure to catch her in May at 3 Links. And like you said, a whole cool lineup with a lot of great bands. And you, I forgot how you put this, but that it's a great collaborative sound the whole night.
I think just collaborative, I just mean like the exchange of energies. I think that Leah is probably one of the warmest band leaders that I know. She's like insanely passionate, and all the people that are going to be involved that night, I know it's just this like beautiful sort of moment, like this little beyond real life sort of feeling of love. And you know.
And you know what? It's going to be a wonderful night. It's going to be great weather because it's May in Texas. It's a great venue, and it's a great. Yeah, unlike
I did it for you too.
Yeah, that's right, because we all have memories of yesterday with these near tornadoes. But LORELEI, so what else is going on in your life? We've only got a moment left, but I just, you know, if there's something I've missed and you want to emphasize or highlight, please do. Is there another base we need to cover?
I don't really know. I mean, gosh, no pressure.
Yeah.
I guess.
Sorry.
No, that's not pressure. Whatever. Fuck off. I'm talking in a weird way.
That's all right.
No, you're not. You're just. It's fine. Everything is cool.
Okay.
I just want to say it's great to get to know you.
Yeah, I think this is fun. I think this is cute. We should go get pizza sometime.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
We also like donuts and vegan burgers.
He likes vegan burgers.
Well, yeah, I do.
I support.
Me a good vegan burger.
I support veganism.
Hell yeah.
LORELEI K. Now look, if something else comes to mind, you reach out to me, and we'll do this again soon. You're, you know, I want to consider you a friend of this show, and I look forward to seeing you in Deep Ellum next month.
Yes,
and
on May 16th at 3 Links.
Yeah, and then the other two gigs you mentioned, I think, are both in Denton.
It's Dallas and then Fort Worth. Actually.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Lola's. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, and Dallas and Fort Worth. All right, and those sound super fun too. Hey, keep us posted on the new album coming out and any new songs. I want to have the exclusive scoop. No, I'm kidding. Just as long as I get information.
Absolutely.
What? Okay.
Nothing. I was going to say we need to mention our sponsor.
Yes, we do. LORELEI K, thank you for joining us.
Thank you,
and
LORELEI.
All the best to you.
So much.
Have a lovely week.
We'll talk to you soon.
We look forward to talking to you again.
Bye now.
Bye.
Our show
is sponsored by Corpse Factory.
Yes, indeed. And let me hand
they're amazing. So you should definitely check out their website. They will be at Texas Frightmare Weekend. If you need any help finding their booth, you should be able to find it pretty easily. You can find me, and I will definitely gladly show you there, and I'll help you buy stuff for yourself and for me if you'd like. I'm just kidding. But they will have amazing inventory. They always do. They have Living Dead dolls, both old and new. And they have some Funko Pop figurines. They've got some rad-ass purses from companies such as Loungefly, Rock Rebel. They also carry Creepsville 666. I don't have it on me right now, but I have one of their rad-ass goat bags. And it looks like a stuffed animal. It holds a lot. You should definitely check it out, and you should buy one because they're going like crazy because people are
You like a lot of their clothing.
Yes, I do. But let me finish what I'm saying. People are constantly taking business cards from me for that purse, and you should go buy it from their website before they run out of stock because those things go really fast.
Corpsefactory.com.
But yes, they have awesome clothing as well. They carry some great brands, so you can buy them online, or you can also find them at Frightmare and buy lots of their things. They also carry jewelry and accessories and action figures. And they have men's clothing as well, and they do have badges and pens. So just buy all the things from them because they're fabulous, and they'll make you fabulous too.
I agree, totally. Corpse Factory
rules.
rules.
For Corpse Paint.
And just remember, if you want to attend some extreme metal events at Gas Monkey Bar and Grill or Gas Monkey Live that are coming up, reach out to us, make a donation of any size. We do have some tickets to those shows we highlighted, including that one this week, Kalma and Vreed, a fantastic Nordic metal pairing coming up Wednesday of this week.
Yep.
And we'll throw in other premiums as well.
We do have some bumper stickers.
And cool CDs.
We do have some interesting photos that were taken of me by Photo by Nikki. If you'd like a photograph and you want to donate some money.
Yeah, I love it.
You don't have to have that. Not everybody wants pictures of Janie Slash to put on their wall. And also, find us, Ghost Babes, me and Matilda Crow, one of our also kind of guest co-hosts. She's on here quite often. Also fellow Deadly Sinner.
Perfect.
She and I are working on filming episodes. We've actually started filming. We filmed our first episode on Friday night at Goatman's Bridge, and some spooky shit happened.
Yes, it did.
So you'll definitely want to check that out.
And guess what? We're out of time.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
There it is. There's the event coming up with LORELEI K, May 16th. 3 links in Deep Ellum, the entertainment capital of Texas, in Dallas.
That's about it for tonight. So see us here again next week, same time, same place. Have a good week. Bye.
Yeah, the Corpsepaint Show. Every Sunday we're here live. We're going to give you 90 minutes of live, great, irreverent shit. And also just talk about Satan and talk about movies and talk about metal and talk about Jenny Slash's weekly dose of horror.
Yeah. Texas Frightmare Weekend. I am here with Dee Wallace. Don't stare at my boobs the whole time.
Sure. I do get comments from occasionally religious fanatics.
I've seen people stop and down.
Who want to wag their finger at me for being Satan.
The Corpsepaint Show rules!